Shortly after the disaster in Chernobyl, a group of American rescuers, Alex, Michael, Emily and Mark, only the first names recorded, ventured into Chernobyl to find survivors. A journal from one of the rescuers, Mark, was found at the site 2 weeks later in a pile of rubble by Russian government officials. The journal remained hidden for 18 years before its information was leaked out to the public on a website called ispythetruth.com by a former government worker. Within 20 minutes, the website was taken down and the former government worker was sent to life in prison. However, within those 20 minutes, a handful of users had saved the documents. These are the entries of that journal. May 1st, 1986. Tomorrow I'm heading out to Chernobyl with a few other people to check out the damage and hopefully find survivors, if there are any. This is pretty exciting since I usually don't get to do that much normally. So until tomorrow, it's time for some sleep. May 2nd, 1986. It's 8:10 and we're all in the air. In 4 hours we will be inside Chernobyl and ready to investigate. I'm already nervous since I did hear that the radiation levels in the area are still pretty bad in some areas. But we'll be wearing radiation suits, so I'm not too worried. May 2nd, 1986. Well, it's 12:37 right now and we've landed. We did experience some turbulence 20 minutes ago which caused us to arrive late. I'm not exactly sure in what specific area we are in, but I could plainly see it was hit hard by the blast. There are crumbling buildings everywhere. Visibility isn't all that great either, probably from all the dust and rubble spewed up into the air. I guess now we search. May 2nd, 1986. After a full day of searching, we could not find any survivors. All we could find was mountains of rubble and abandoned possessions. What was really creepy was that there were children's toys everywhere I looked, but no children. We could not find any bodies, not even one. It's almost like everyone in here just vanished. I guess we can search more tomorrow, but I doubt that we will find anything, even though we've barely covered everything. May 3rd, 1986. Yesterday, at around midnight, I woke up to the sound of chewing. It was strange because everyone was sleeping. The chewing sounded very fast and loud. It was coming from right outside our campsite. Being issued with weapons made me feel a bit better. Wild animals. When I went outside, the sound stopped and I had a strange feeling I was being watched. I looked around for 5 minutes, trying to find what was making the noise. I didn't find anything, so I went back inside, and then the chewing started again. May 3rd, 1986. After an entire morning of searching, we still could not find anything. We searched the entire area. There was not a single soul to be found. We decided it was time to leave. Now I have to pack up all of the things we set up while my team searches around a bit more before we leave. I was done packing it around 2 p.m. and we were getting ready to leave when I noticed that one of our teammates, Alex, had not come back yet. We had to postpone our departure to look for him. It's currently 7 p.m. and we still can't find him. I'm trying to use the helicopter radio to call for help, but I'm not getting an answer back. May 5th, 1986. It's 3 in the morning and I can't sleep. Make the chewing stop! May 7th, 1986. After 4 days of consecutive searching, we finally found him. We found him dismembered, limb from limb, inside a closet in a building fairly close to our campsite. I was surprised we didn't find him earlier. His radiation suit was cut up and pretty much destroyed. The only reason I recognized him was because of his head. Even cut from his body was left unscathed. As soon as we saw his dismembered body in that closet, my entire team panicked. I always stood there motionless, frozen not by the shock of seeing Alex ripped up on the floor, but knowing that whoever or whatever did this was still here with us. May 7th, 1986. No one will answer on the radio. Alex was our pilot, and now we can't get out of this godforsaken wasteland. Even though I do have unlimited knowledge of flying a helicopter, I don't trust myself enough to get my team home safely. May 8th, 1986. Another night of the goddamn chewing. I don't know how much longer I can take it. May 9th, 1986. Still, no one is answering the radio. We're running low on food. We have plenty of water though. It's not radiated yet. Michael suggests to leave this place and try and find a place that we can get help. I know that we cannot do that. And as we're not even supposed to be here since this mission was top secret after all. Or at least that's what I was told. May 10th, 1986. I saw something. Whatever it wasn't human. Looking in the distance, I saw this thing move very quickly across my line of sight. It's definitely not human. I don't think it's an animal either. It has the body of a human but the characteristics of a cheetah. It ran so goddamn fast. It was so big too. It was at least 10 feet tall. I'm so scared. I can't go out there anymore. May 13, 1986. Another 3 days of pure hell. The chewing I hear during the night is keeping me awake. Food is running dangerously low, and the water is irradiated. Michael is suffering from radiation poisoning. He won't stop vomiting. Good thing that I didn't drink the water since I was already suspicious of it. I bought 2 bottles of bottled water just in case. May 14th, 1986. I think Emily is starting to hallucinate. She keeps talking to herself and reaching for things that aren't there. Michael looks like he buffed up, which is weird since the radiation poisoning would take away muscle. May 14th, 1986. I looked outside again and saw not 1, not 2, but 3 of those things just standing there. They were at least 30 feet away. I thought they were going to start running and rip me limb from limb like they did to Alex. That's when I noticed that they had no eyes. May 15th, 1986. Emily has officially gone crazy today. She ran outside without her suit, screaming help again and again and again. She had gone no more than 100 feet before she was snatched by one of those creatures. 1 second she was there and the next she was gone. I don't know what I'm going to do. I found out the creatures rely on sound. May 16th, 1986. Well, after another sleepless night because of the chewing sound, I'm just about ready to do whatever it takes to get the hell out of here. Michael went into a coma this morning. He looks very different now. Almost like the creatures. May 17th, 1986. Michael died today. I shot him. He just got up and looks completely different. When he heard me say, "Michael," he lunged at me. Luckily, I had my gun ready. The sound attracted many of the creatures. There are tens of hundreds of these things outside right now. I'm getting out of here tomorrow. At least I hope so. Mark was said to die because of radiation poisoning. His body was never found. Michael and the rest of the crew were also said to have died of radiation poisoning. Their bodies were never found. Also leaked by the former government worker was this text. Mark's body was found, and he did not die of radiation poisoning. He died of a brave act. He made it to the helicopter, and made sure that none of the mutants could get to the rest of civilization. This is the last journal entry. May 18th, 1986. There are a lot of creatures down here. This helicopter is pretty damn big too. What do I have to lose? If anyone finds this, Tell my family I love them, and tell the world of these eyeless mutant bastards.